Okay.
HealthTech Investor Summit. It's around the corner, really. Yeah, and we're really looking forward to this edition from our side because the internationalization that we've been able to pull off or that we've been able to do is really huge this year. So we're very excited.
Yeah, but that already started in the previous edition. I think the
Yes.
first one not necessarily, but already there. And I think the second one was already kind of looking at how can we bring international company, not only investors, but also companies internationally.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, because it was always our ambition, but of course you have to get the concept first.
Yes, exactly.
And get that started. But we know, everyone knows, it's available statistics. 40% of the investments in Europe come from outside Europe.
Yeah.
So, and then how do we attract foreign investors? That's bringing companies together, different European clusters, there's so much innovation in Europe. So if you can pull that, suddenly you're on the radar, will become important, and people will join the effort. And at the same time, it's always good for the companies to meet with other investors from Europe, but also from the US or from Asia. Yep. So yeah.
So, and if we now talk a bit more in detail about, because you're helping with the organization as Biovia, can you tell me a bit on how from which countries we currently have participants? Because I think that's probably important for people to kind of know. Yes, we have clusters with Belgium, with Netherlands, we have, I think, also Eastern Europe, and probably many others, right?
Yeah. It's. I think we're up to more than 20 different regions, different nationalities that will be there. So it's really a true Europe. It's also the Nordics, Sweden, Denmark, Western Europe, Eastern Europe, but also South, Spain, Italy. I see a lot of nice innovations coming out of hospitals or private companies. So it's really that's really, and I think that's also the power of the event that started last year, like you mentioned. Those different regions, those different innovations, different companies, different cultures, but still with one goal: making healthcare better,
better, and make it work.
And make it work. Yeah. Very important, because as PwC also knows, technology is fantastic, but that's only the first step. How to bring it into the markets.
And how do you bring it actually to the patient? And I think, indeed, if you see then the countries, they have the many companies that are being present. I mean, each country has also its own kind of specialty, if we can put it that way.
Yeah, that's true.
Not every country has the same environment, so it's not only about environment, people, but it's also, as you say, culture. It's very important. And if you bring that all together, I think last year was already a good example where you see that people were actually so motivated to work together to make this work. But that's kind of the relation between the companies. But I think equally important is that there are many investors there, also from different countries. And where actually the summit, the purpose is really to put those together and hopefully be able to kind of make connections also on that part.
Yeah, and we have the investors, of course, which are crucial in bringing that. But we're also this year, and that's new, we're putting some attention on the non-dilutive funding. So if you look at Europe, there's a few programs that the European administration will come in and explain, which I think, because often as a smaller or a younger company, you feel that the administrative burden to get a European grant is too high. But there's some programs that are really, that really are tailored towards smaller companies, and that's a little bit, I think, is also very important, because
that's what they're all looking for.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. If you can bring in non-dilutive money, then your investor gets more interested, and there is So I think it's really, and it's really, our idea is really bringing all these different ingredients together to make it work. That's where we're looking.
I think that we discussed also a bit earlier on that you also had a view on some US companies being interested in
Yeah.
kind of starting to invest within Europe.
Yeah, yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's I think um, yeah, I can say it's a new
Trend?
trend. Thank
Yeah.
you. It's a new trend. We see. I was in Boston last week, and I was talking with some of the investors who will come to our HealthTech Investor Summit in Utrecht, and several of them are, as we speak, setting up a subsidiary in Europe.
Yeah.
And it's really for to get more insights to scout
To
really,
scout the
to
market.
have an
Yeah.
idea what's happening in Europe. They know Europe has lots of great innovations,
yeah.
ideas,
Yeah.
research is good. And it's interesting to see that in this global times, they are really looking into Europe to find innovation. And I think this is an opportunity for us
I
to
believe so
step
too as
up
well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because it's a global world, and also there's a lot of innovation in Asia as well, South
Yep.
Korea, China, you name it. They're also moving very fast, so I think we have to play our part and show the hubs that we have.
Yep. Correctly.
And I think that's the strength of the HealthTech Investor Summit. It's not just one country.
No,
It's
we're
really
putting everything.
yeah, we bring it together and you
Bring the
see the
concept.
power of Europe. And I think that's, yeah, I think, to be honest, we're a little bit proud that we've been able to put
Of
it
course.
together.
Yes,
So
indeed, indeed.
it's a great event.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And third edition, and the Netherlands is kind of a good location to do that as well. It's
Absolutely.
centrally. Um,
Yeah,
Bruges is a bit different, but I think Utrecht is like a very nice location to go to as well.
yeah. I think Utrecht has really the core as well of life sciences. Apart from the fact it's a very nice city,
Yep.
there's a lot of research ongoing,
Yep.
and also a lot of support from the local governments, and I think that's always also important. So we're really looking forward to that. They will be showcasing the Utrecht environment,
environment,
ecosystem
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
There's,
So there's not only as a visitor of the event, you're not only embedded into the companies from all over Europe, the investors from Europe and outside Europe, but also the local ecosystem. And that's for an investor or a company. Some companies might be looking for additional locations.
It's different, and I think
Yeah.
that's probably also the power of doing this and starting to move around.
Yes.
You can stay in Belgium, but I mean, if you can make it truly an international event, that's what you do. You start moving and you start moving along. And if you can do a different cluster every year, I mean, that's kind of really interesting.
Absolutely. It shows that it's not a one region event. We started it in Belgium, Flanders, but actually we immediately collaborated, and now we bring it into the different countries. And each time it can be a different focus, and that I think is really strong.
Yeah, and that's also what companies are looking for, investors are looking for. They don't want to see the same event every year, right?
No, they want to see
like
new ideas. And I
would
think the
not say
way
personal touch, maybe it's
yeah, I think so. There's really a very upbeat vibe, and that's really nice. And I also think they also like, that's what we hear from some of the US investors that were there last year. The quality of the companies pitching is really high.
Yep.
And that really attracts them. And I think you're part of the jury as well.
Yes, correct. Yep.
So we have a whole system in place.
There is.
It's not, I just want to pitch. No, you will have to come in. You'll have to send your slide deck.
It's pre-vetting and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So it's important that you get to the right quality of the companies pitching
exactly
at the event itself, right?
And I think that's also big. If your quality is great, and
I think that's one of the key elements, is making sure that the quality of the conversations is there. Not only the pitches, but I think also the general themes that are being brought in for the full audience is also there, having really those themes that are relevant for everybody. I think that's also what we've done the previous versions. So making sure that you bring topics to the point which are very relevant in the current environment. And as we know, that environment is kind of changing so rapidly.
Oh, yeah.
So it's staying on top of all those topics and
Yeah.
bringing it to a lot of companies. They are startup scale, but they are not
Yes.
necessarily big. And for them, it's important to kind of
course.
hear from a lot of experts in the domain, that to hear what is happening, why is this happening, and what's in there for them.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's why we're also looking into mergers and acquisitions.
Yep.
We have a panel on that, and I think that's important as well, because pharma or bigger players are also scouting. They're also looking, is there a company out there that can bring an additional value into their portfolio? So that's also important, I think. We have some nice bigger corporate investor funds that are coming in. And yeah, I think it's really coming together.
Yeah.
As we
It's all the different teams. It's
yes,
it's not
and
just one
one
thing.
team
It's
I'm really happy. Well, okay, I think sure it's a personal topic, is really women's health,
Yep.
which has been undervalued for so many years, and at the end of the day, half of the population are women.
Yep.
So there's lots of specifics that we can address, and you see a lot of companies starting in that area. But you also see a lot of investors there.
Yep.
Because it's really a little bit untapped.
Untapped. Yeah. Exactly.
Untapped territory. So there's maybe things move faster. There is more easy wins, easier profit, easier gains, but that helps everyone. So we will have some focus on that as well. So
and
really
the event has a role to play in there as well, right?
Yes.
It's making sure that you bring that to the front, right?
So. Yeah, absolutely.